Hello and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we just woke up and my daughter has a runny nose from a cold. My mornings always begin with a good morning kiss from both my husband and my daughter. However, as you can see, hubby got up earlier want hulle sê mos die eerste voeltjie vang die vetste wurm. After thanking the Lord Almighty, I swiftly make my bed with the assistance of my little right hand, which happens rather quickly since I keep it very simple. And this is really a very fast process, and as you can see by the title of this video, this is a farm vlog, and here is how my morning start on the farm. And oh, this is quite a very cute sleepy face, that one right there.
My cat pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stories to tell. See both sides like Chanel, see on both sides like Chanel. To my life so cool.
Apart from getting ready for the day, I always bring my backup solar light outside to charge because as winter approaches, we struggle with efficient sunlight for our main solar system. So we always improvise. And then I go to my mom's house where I keep my layer chickens and birdies. First and foremost, people, let the birdies break their fast. These are layer pellets for my layer chickens, and then there's also calcium fluid and deworming powder. This is then taken to my little cute snow whiteys. These are my snow white doves, and they are really beautiful, but they can devour, my dear. These things can finish that whole supply of food, and they tend to be very violent towards anything, including the meal itself. Imagine. This is where the calcium fluid comes into use. I always add it to their water. It helps with breeding purposes. And the deworming powder I always add to their food. That helps with digestion and deworming processes in general. And always wash your hands, guys. Look at this little one. And lastly, we're gonna feed my little 3 providers, my layer chickens. They are only 3 at the moment, but I'm planning on getting more. They get a full bowl of layer pellets in the morning and in the afternoon, and surprise, we have a little eggie right there. And as you can see, the men are busy with primary tillage. They're busy planting grass, and let's just leave them right there. Let's go to my mom's house. Hello. Oh, but it's not on my... This is a typical morning in my mom's house. Damara Nama playing in the background and me filling the kettle with water so I can make some coffee or tea for me and the other people. From here, we always start with making the fire, but as you can see, the fire is dead. So what we usually do is we always have wood that is cut in a specific size, which we put into the cool stove. For you guys that don't know, this is a cool stove, and you are required to cut this wood in a specific size because they don't always fit in that hole there. So, but we always improvise. Yeah, we always improvise. I've been improvising since the morning. So daar is nou ek, typies ek wat nou bezig is om 'n vuur te maak. Blas tot hierdie vuur vang, en uiteindelik vang dit. Op 'n of ander dag gaan dit vang. As dit nie vang nie, gaan ons altyd either blades of papier gebruik. Like, we don't make things difficult for us on the farm. We know we stay on a farm, but it doesn't mean to be difficult. And yeah, now we are going into making our breakfast. Genesis opted for the chicken egg that we collected in the morning, but we have some extras in the kitchen, so we also use those ones. This is my mom in the morning preparing meat already. I mean, she wants to make stew, so it's evident enough that she has to do it like early, and that is like a whole pot of nyamas. This will be put on the same coal stove where we made eggs, and where the kettle is. Doesn't that look very fresh? As previously said, hubby woke up before us, and to my surprise, they had been awake all night attempting to solve this problem. This right here is a solar water pump that is no longer operating, and from what I understand, it might be because the borehole in general collapsed, or the pump simply gave up, or perhaps underground roots trapped the cylinder somewhere in the way. As the whole system is still trapped underground, they are attempting to rescue it. I believe it is the roots that trapped it down there. Therefore, based on my reasoning, they are supposed to pour root dissolving chemicals down the borehole. But as stores are closed and we didn't go into town today, we are using an ancient secret, which is petrol. The petrol is basically going to be a substitute for the root dissolving chemicals, and they're gonna pour it down the borehole channel, which is gonna dissolve the roots, not as fast as the chemical would have, but it's gonna do its job, so they can actually help revive this whole situation. That's just them trying to analyze the whole situation. I personally think it's roots, and looking by how they are basically communicating, I believe it's roots, and these people have a lot of experience, by the way. And while they were still stressing about the solar water pump, I decided to go harvest some veggies, because a thinking man is a hungry man, and a hungry man is an angry man. So this is just me picking some veggies. I honestly didn't want to harvest this small garlic, but I really wanted to understand why it doesn't want to grow like all the others. And to my surprise, this is what I found there. Beloved, this is what we've harvested today. We've harvested some millies and chilies and one onion, because I just need one. I have other onions in the fridge and garlics, but they are too small, but I think I'll just cut them up, the whole one, and some mint for the tea. We're gonna cook this as is, and I'm gonna make salsa with this, and this is gonna go into the food, and this is gonna be for my tea. I always use it in my tea. So this is what we have harvested today, and As you can see, my mom already put up a pot of meat. So let's get into cooking mode. This is a secret from me to you. If you want to own a cool stove, you should always clean the ashtray, because this is gonna limit the whole process of the fire. My daughter helped me out with breakfast today. So ons gaan dit ontbyt eet en dan gaan ons ding miskien die varke gaan voer, die bokramme gaan voer en dan we'll see where this is going. Yeah, and I have to start editing all the content van ek het 2 vlogs. Yeah. So ek dink dat is my hier wat brand. Let's get back to it. You remember the mealies I peeled earlier? It is used as a nutritional supplement for the big fellas. Right now we are practicing a controlled mating program, which is why the boys don't go out with the other sheep and goats. And this is baby girl being the assistant, but she's so afraid. But I appreciate this little one. Farming is such a beautiful thing, you guys. At this moment, we're also practicing integrated farming where we eat the mealie, they eat the mealie skin, and we use their manure to plant another mealie. Do you understand? It's just a whole cycle, and it is very, very, very useful. And after that, we are collecting some pig grower pellets for the pigs. We don't have a lot of pigs right now. We had, but as I said, we have a very, very big problem with snakes, and at that point we didn't know the pig related diseases, so they had like an outbreak and we lost most of them. And after feeding the pigs and having them done focusing about the solar water pump situation, we head off to the cattle post. But before we actually go to the cattle post, we have to pump water for the cattle. After pumping water for the cattle, we make our way to the cattle post. This is where we keep our cattle and we rely strictly on a rotational grazing strategy that has been quite efficient in storing dry matter in the field when we face drought. And as much as most of the people don't know or are not aware, we are currently in drought in Namibia, and we have been in drought for the longest. And as you can see by the condition of the cattle, they are quite good. I would give them a 4 when it comes to body score, and this is because we have taken the adequate precautions for the drought. We always make sure that we save up a lot of forage, a lot of dry matter, and we always have a spare camp when it comes to grazing. In addition, we also give our cattle a lot of lick and feed and other supplements depending on the budget. These things are really costly, you guys, and apart from all those things, you must also invest in vaccinations, routine vaccinations, yearly vaccinations, seasonal vaccinations. Those things play a very important role, and you will see that your animal actually needs a vaccination by the look of their body. Not only the forage and the feed plays a role, the other things also play a very, very important role in this farming practice.
deze toestand?
Nee, dat is bijna. Conditie is bijna mooi. Nee, dat is bijna mooi.
This is another supplement that we use in our kraal. This is basically malasa syrup that we pour on top of the salt blocks and any other thing which you want to make more attractive and palatable for the animal. It smells nice for the animals. It's quite sweet also. It resembles toffee, I think.
Lekker toffie.
Waarover?
A normal day on the farm requires a lot of driving, and as you can see, we have a new driver at the moment, and she really loves it. And believe me not, she believes she can drive. And at this point, I really adore my husband for always doing this with her, because my father used to do it, and the tradition should be kept alive. As you have seen in the beginning of this video, they did the first attempt by downing a whole 5-liter bottle of petrol into the borehole, which would have assisted in basically dissolving the roots that have trapped the whole cylinder. And by the looks of things, it looks like it is a very successful situation right now, and all thanks to God, we are here and we're gonna have this whole solar pump fixed, and we're gonna have our water supply back, because it has been a very troubling situation and a real struggle. And this is farm life, we just have to embrace it. Okay, beloved, since it's going to be the end of another video, we're just going to end it up here. Apart from that, I really want to say thank you very much for the love, for the support, and for the shares. I'm seeing it. My previous video didn't have its comment section available. I think we'll do justice on this one. Baie dankie dat julle dit gekyk het. As jy tot hier gekom het, los asseblief 'n hartjie in die comment section. Please leave a heart in the comment section if you've reached this far. The other thing is, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe, please share, and let's make this family grow. Thank you very much, and we do this next time again.
Got pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stories to tell. See both sides like Chanel, see on both sides.